Hi everybody, welcome back. Like I said, I've just got one more question to go through with you and then I'm going to let you free to have a go at some fluency and some problem solving reasoning. Okay, so if we look here, I've got a pyramid with some fractions included and I've got some missing numbers. How do you think we would go about finding those missing numbers? Why don't you have a little think and pause me? Right, well, just to explain a bit further, you may well have come across questions like this before, but if you have something like this, what it means is it's basically a way of so these two boxes here, you can see these two, this number is in the middle on top of them. So to get the number above, we would add these two numbers. Okay, the same way for this number, we would add this box and this box, okay, and you work your way up, you can build your way up from there. Now, as you might have noticed, we're missing some numbers here, okay? So, like in any question where you've got a missing number, the thing to do is to use the information you've got. So, like I mentioned, we've got this, add this is going to equal this. Let me just kind of draw a little line around them so you can see. So, if I know that, then I also know what's the opposite. Can you remember, we use the inverse for missing number. What is the opposite of addition? Subtraction, isn't it? Okay, so we've got inverse is the opposite and we've got subtraction. Okay, so if I wanted to find out this, I would do, so I've got 2/3 add something equals 7/6, which means 7/6, my answer, take away 2/3 will give me my missing number because that's the inverse, okay? Now, you'll probably notice that I've got a different denominator. So can you remember what I need to do if my denominator is different? I change them first, don't I? And if I look here, I know that 6 is in the 3 times tables, therefore I can change 2/3 into 6. So if I do 2/3 and I want to change it into 6, then I'm going to multiply 3 by 2 to get 6, and I do the same to the bottom as the top. 2 times 2 is going to equal 4. So what I'm saying is that's the same as 7/6 take away 4/6. Okay, so 7/6 take away 4/6 would equal 3/6. And I've got a really helpful reminder down here. It says, remember to simplify the fractions. We simplify by dividing to find it in its simplest form. Is there a number we could divide both 3 and 6 by? Yes, both 3 and 6 are in the 3 times tables. So we can divide them by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1. 6 divided by 3 is going to be 2. So 3/6 is the same as 1/2. So I can put that in this box here because 2/3 at 1/2 would equal 7/6. Okay, now can you remember what I said about how we'd work out this question above? How would you work out the answer to this missing number box? What do you think? Hopefully you've gone, well, I'd add 1/2 and 1/3 together. Could you have a go at that following our normal steps? Common denominator, convert, add. See if you can have a go at that and then unlock this last question. Okay, why don't you pause me? Right, well, if I'm doing 1/2 and 1/3, I know I'm going to change those both to 6ths. So 3/6 add 2/6, and that should give me 5/6. Okay. And then my last step would be to do 5/6 and 7/6 to find this top question, which will be 12/6, or if I wanted to write that as a mixed number, how many groups of 6 can I make out of 12? Well, actually, it's 2 exactly with none left over. So it would just be a whole number on its own. Let's double check that. Oh, if I click the right button. Here we go. Yes, the answer is 2. Okay, so that's something that's come up before previously, but it's just different ways of doing it. Okay, remember you can use the inverse to subtract to find it, or you can add if you've got those bits. It just depends on what number is missing. Right then, a bit of fluency for you, hopefully just recapping over everything we've done before we move on to something slightly different tomorrow. Over here, you've just got some fluency to do. Over here, I want you to match the addition. So you've got some calculations on this side, where if you convert them into 20ths, you've got what it would be on this side. Why don't you have a go for me at answering those? Pause me and then come back and I will reveal the answers, okay? Right, so the answers for the fluency are here. Let me make it a bit larger. These are on our website as well, okay? And then if we look over here, so let's have a look. If I was turning fifths into 20ths, I'm going to multiply by 4. Same to the bottom as the top. 3 times 4 is going to be 12 20ths. So those would match together. This one, I'm going to multiply 4 by 5 to get 20ths. And then I'll do the same to the bottom as the top. 3 times 5 is 15. This one, multiply by 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then let's just double check this. If I've got tenths, I'll multiply both the bottom and the top by 2. 7 times 2, yes, it would be 14. So there's your answers, okay? If you got on all right with that, why don't you go and have a look at the problem solving and reasoning on the website too? If there's anything you're not sure on, come along to one of our drop-in sessions, or alternatively, drop me an email, okay? Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.